you talked about the nondescript guy walking through Brooklyn that night, right? So he looked like he wasn't part of what you guys were doing. Y'all were your own thing. You described
That's right.
a completely opposite group of gentlemen passing somebody who wouldn't fit in. In the book, something that struck me as heavy was the comparison in the relationship to being in the police and being in a fraternity. And I was very curious to know from both sides how much of that fraternity lifestyle, that blue badge of silence, that code, how much of that would sway the average person or encourage the average person to join each of these organizations? Because from the outside looking in, it looks like it's one way or the highway when it comes to those type of organizations.
Yeah.
Shed some light.
So that blue wall of silence that you talk about is heavy, is deep. And I would say it sways probably 90%, 90 to 95% of officers, corrections or police officers. Because you get in, and it's almost overwhelming. You get into this culture and it's like every woman loves a uniform. You know what I'm saying? Every woman loves a uniform. If you just a cop or you the commissioner, they love you. You're in a power position because you are jumping on the scene and you telling people, yo, you move, you get over there, you got power. Immediately, you correction officer, yo, lock in right now. Like you got power. So it can overtake you. And then you start hearing the war stories from the veterans and stuff, and you can get really caught up in that. But me, I was just so grounded that I was just happy to have a job, and I was like, damn, they really let me in? They really let me in? So I really got to walk on eggshells, because if they ever find out what I used to do, it's going to be a problem.
That's what bugged me.
So I don't even really want to be with them too much, because I might reveal something. So I never really hung out with cops. I always hung out with my crew.
So that's what that was. That was a protective move by your instinct.
Yeah, plus they really not cool. They wasn't really as cool. You know, my whole team is swagged up, man.
Yeah,
So
I see. So help me. So Sean, do speak about that from the correction side, because that's a whole nother ball game behind the wall.
Yeah, behind the wall is a little different. You know what I'm saying? And
my uncle's a CEO.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I understand.
It was a hell of a job. It was a great job. You know what I mean? For people to say I hate that job, they didn't work it. You know what I'm saying? When I mean when they didn't work it, they didn't work the intricacies of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They let it work them. You know what I'm saying? So
more jewels.
It's the blue wall, the hierarchy, the fraternity. You gotta associate it with like a fraternity in college.
Yes.
I went to college, so I didn't do the fraternity thing, but I saw the power in fraternities and sororities and things like that. The hierarchy.
Right.
And then the same thing in the police department. You got hierarchy from top to bottom and bottom to top. And the same thing in correction, top to bottom, bottom to top. Then you got the middleman. Then you got the front line. The front line being frontline staff being officers.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get out there and you just learn that craft. You know, you can get lost now. You can get lost on that front line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can't navigate the streets and you can't navigate behind that wall. You know, behind the wall is different. You know, I got countless stories. Behind the wall is different. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to navigate. And you got to be able to follow the law, follow the rules.
So with that being said, should we be looking forward to a Sean Du book?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. You know,
Because,
I got some things written down.
I understand that life's life is life's life. Look at that. Life's life is life's life. You
know
feel
what I
me?
mean? But it could be a spinoff.
But that's my point, man. Some of the greatest shows in the world are spinoffs of something that we once knew and loved. So you have a wonderful story with that side. And I want to bring y'all back outside the wall with one thing I know keeps people tied together. Not only officers, but especially officers, and it's music. Y'all are so tied to the street and so tied to people, quote unquote, keeping it real and living what they speak in music. And I'm speaking about hip hop music, of course. But how ill was it to come from one of the meccas of hip hop, Queens, New York?
The Mecca. Bronx, listen, stop.
See, I don't want.
So Bronx, stop, man. Nah, we ain't playing the
Shout out South Bronx.
Stop, man.
Shout out South Bronx.
We know what it is.
Man.
Stop. You know what the Mecca is, man. You grew up 6 blocks from the Mecca. Stop, man.
Yeah, you ain't never lie. You ain't never lie, man. So, Run DMC, Cool J.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you was on that. I thought you fell off, kid.
Yo, Quan is on it.
He had his 1 second of fame. He had his 1 second of fame. That's
this
that 1
is
second
why I
of fame.
like, yo, that's why I tell people, yo, read the book, because I hate going through generic interviews and I know they just Google me and I could tell very quick. Nobody in the world, you. And when I was on C-SPAN, I don't know if you saw that, the old white man, I forgot his name. He brought up the LL Cool J thing too, but you brought up the line.
Yeah, come on, man.
Thought you fell off,
you
kid.
gotta
We in the
understand
studio.
when
He like, yo, life, yo, I need you. I need you. I'm like, what you talking about? He says, yo, I need you. Come in the booth. I want you to say, I thought you fell off, kid. It took me like 10 takes, but we got it.
Wait till I send you my record from when I used to rap. I sample Cool J. You gonna let him hear that shit? We all living it up. We all living it up, man.
Crazy.
But that's what it is. So, what about y'all was in the streets with DMC?
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Give me a dope DMC story, man.
Yo,
Even though you wanted to punch him in the back of his head.
Oh.
I want Sean. I want Sean to lead with a dope DMC story right now.
Well, it's not really just one. You know, D was so like Jay. God bless my man Jam Master Jay.
That's
D
right.
was so like in tune with the streets, with his fame. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, he would always come through the block. You know what I mean? Come through, snatch you up, have a quarter old gold, 40 old gold. Yo, get in, take a ride with me. You ride right down the block, drink some old gold with D. So it wasn't. I didn't have any intimate moments with D. It was just always things like that. D will see you. We be on the block. D will come through in the Blazer, right? But he had that big Blazer, right?
and then he had that
With that big ass system.
big
system.
Big system.
And D will say you get in. He'll turn up like a demo or something. And you listening to the music, and you like, yo, D, I can't even hear it. It's so loud. It's so loud you couldn't even hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he pass you the brew. You drink the brew. And give you a clap 5. Give you a hug. Yo, D, I'm out.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I love that. I love those stories because it's like I was a kid on the curb watching, and I never knew who I was looking at in particular until you grow up and you're like, damn, yo,
Yeah.
I think I might have took in a couple of these moments with my actual eyeballs. You feel me?
Right,
So
right.
when I see and then I know the hip hop history I was around for, music videos being shot in the hood, for just when they would do park jams, and just
come on. Can you imagine Drake right now going to his home park and doing a free concert and walking around with no security?
Well, he does a OVO fest. It
With
ain't
major-
nowhere
with
near the
major
same.
security,
It ain't
with
nowhere
major
near the
yo,
same. But that
running them
used
used
to
to just come out and do a park jam. No security, just the whole crew there.
bust the light and bust the light post in the park.
Right.
Plug up the
Run it,
turntable,
run it, and run it.
What y'all know about that, young
They
people?
don't know
Y'all
nothing.
need
They
to
don't know
something
about getting no
it, man.
juice from the light bulb. They don't know none of that.
Yo, that's when the city actually didn't step to us as a people, because we was in one spot. It was mostly love.
Yeah.
We was getting lit, but it was a controlled lit. It was a
And I don't
controlled
remember no
atmosphere.
cops ever coming
I'm trying
around.
to tell you, I never seen a park jam busted up. I had to go home before it was over when I was
Right.
young, if anything.
Yo, dude, I don't never remember no police coming to
Police.
the park jam.
And if they did, they slowed down and they kept it moving. They
fact.
they seen what was going on.
I remember Todd. LL.
That's LL's for the audience.
Yeah, I remember Todd ripping the mic in O'Connell Park Jam. Yeah, it was just created a whole. It was just crazy.
Wow. So, damn. I bet this is a question that I know y'all gonna have each an individual answer to. Who was your favorite blend DJ from the hood? Cause we from Queens. You talking about Queens and
Yeah,
hip hop
yeah.
music. When R&B vocals and hip hop instrumentals used to be the illest thing, and I don't want to steal nobody's answer, so I don't want to leave.
Well,
with
you
mine.
already
But
know
mine
it's
is
only one. It's Southside King.
I was
What's
going to
his-
tell you,
what's his
Grandmaster
GMV,
Vic.
baby.
Grandmaster
Vic,
And
baby.
Yo, round of applause for Grandmaster Vic and his
Yeah.
son Vic Damone is out here killing the microphone nowadays too, huh?
Oh, that's his son?
Yeah,
man.
I
Look
heard
at
that.
you.
I never
Yeah,
knew
no,
that.
no, I knew
got
that.
to teach
Yeah.
you something.
What's his son
today,
name?
man, Vic Damone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
man.
him rap. I didn't know that was his son.
Yo, man,
Okay.
listen, man, that's what we do here for the people.